Ever wondered what foods push the boundaries of what feels edible? Today, we're diving into some of the most bizarre and challenging foods out there. And yes, I ate them all. From rotten eggs that look like they belong in a horror film, to octopus so lively, it's still trying to crawl off the plate, we're exploring the weird, the wild, and the downright disgusting. Get ready for some honest reactions because I'm holding nothing back. You might want to grab a bucket, you're going to need it. Right, first up we've got these so-called century eggs. Honestly, they look like something you'd find in a swamp, not on a plate. The shell's this weird, mottled brown, and cracking it open doesn't exactly inspire confidence. The yolk's gone this putrid green color like some kind of toxic sludge. And the smell? Oh mate, the smell is something else. It's like someone took a rotten egg and marinated it in ammonia for a month. But you know me, I'm not one to back down from a challenge. So here goes nothing. Oh god, that's something else. It's got this weird, creamy texture like overcooked custard gone wrong. And the taste? It's like a punch in the face with a moldy sock. I can't believe people actually eat this. Next up, we're tackling a Korean classic live octopus, or sanakji as they call it. This dish is not for the faint-hearted, and it's a true test of culinary bravery. Now, I've dealt with my fair share of live seafood, but there's something particularly unsettling about these little suckers. The way they move, even after being chopped, is both fascinating and eerie. They're chopped up right in front of you, still wriggling on the plate. It's a sight that can make even the most seasoned food adventurer pause. The tentacles are still moving, for God's sake. It's like they're trying to make a last-ditch escape from your plate. I'm told the key is to chew like your life depends on it. Otherwise, the suction cups can stick to your throat. This is not just a meal, it's a challenge. Not exactly the most appetizing thought, is it? The idea of something sticking to your throat is enough to make anyone think twice. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. This is going to be an experience I won't forget anytime soon. Oh, it's moving. It's actually moving in my mouth. The sensation is unlike anything I've ever felt before. The texture is unbelievably chewy, like trying to eat a rubber band. It's a real workout for your jaw. And the suction cups are clinging to everything. It's like the food is fighting back. This is more of a wrestling match than a meal. Every bite is a struggle. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish this, but it's definitely an experience worth trying at least once in your life. Chapter 3. Black pudding, blood sausage, or bloody offal. Now for something a bit closer to home, at least geographically, black pudding. It's a British delicacy, if you can call it that, made with pork blood, fat, and oatmeal. This traditional dish has been a staple in British cuisine for centuries. Yeah, you heard that right, blood. It's not just any sausage, it's a blood sausage. It's got this dark, almost black color that's not exactly appetizing. And the smell? Well, it's quite distinctive. Let's just say it's not for the faint of heart. The aroma is iron-rich and slightly metallic, which can be off-putting for some. It's got this iron-rich, slightly metallic aroma that takes some getting used to. But for those who love it, it's a unique and cherished scent. But hey, I'm willing to give it a go. After all, food is all about new experiences, right? After the last two dishes, this can't be that bad, right? I'm keeping an open mind. It's actually not as bad as I was expecting. The flavor is surprisingly rich and savory. It's got this rich, savory flavor, almost like a really intense sausage. The spices and seasoning really come through. The texture's a bit crumbly, but not unpleasant. It's different, but in a good way. I can see why people enjoy this. It's a hearty, filling dish that has its own charm. It's definitely not my favorite thing in the world, but it's not half bad. I might even have it again sometime. Chapter 4. Stinky tofu, assault on the senses, or hidden gem. Last but not least, we've got the dish I've been both dreading and strangely looking forward to, stinky tofu. This infamous delicacy has a reputation that precedes it, and for good reason. This stuff is legendary for its pungent aroma, and let me tell you, the rumors are true. The moment it starts cooking, the air is filled with a smell that's hard to ignore. It smells like someone emptied a dumpster full of dirty diapers and left it out in the sun to ferment. It's absolutely rank. The stench is so overpowering that it can make even the bravest foodies hesitate. But I'm told that the taste is a world away from the smell. Enthusiasts swear by its unique flavor profile. Apparently it's all crispy on the outside and soft and flavorful on the inside. The contrast in textures is supposed to be one of its most appealing features. Alright, let's see if they're right. Time to take the plunge and see what all the fuss is about. Oh God, the smell is assaulting my nostrils. It's like a full-on sensory attack. This better be worth it. I'm really hoping the taste can redeem the smell. Wow, okay, they weren't kidding. The first bite is a revelation. The outside is surprisingly crispy and the inside is like a creamy tofu custard. The texture is unexpectedly delightful. The flavor is actually quite complex with a hint of fermented goodness. It's a taste that evolves with each bite. It's still pretty pungent, but the taste is definitely growing on me. The more I eat, the more I appreciate its unique qualities. This is the definition of don't judge a book by its cover, or in this case, don't judge a tofu by its smell. Sometimes, the most unassuming dishes can surprise you the most. So there you have it, some of the most challenging foods I've ever tried. Would you dare to eat any of these? Let me know in the comments below. From the depths of culinary hell to surprisingly pleasant surprises, it's been a wild ride. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more adventurous food journeys.